Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly read from the 17th to the 23rd, and this reading will be for Gemini. Okay Gemini, I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams here, which is a Ciro Marchetti deck and has beautiful pictures on it, but the other deck's getting tired, so I'll put it to rest. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And if you're new, welcome on board. Please remember, if your star sign doesn't or your sun sign doesn't resonate, to check out other aspects of your natal chart to see if you can find more information. It's worthwhile checking out your moon, your Venus and your rising or your ascendant, whichever way you call it. And you can check what they are through Cafe Astrology. They have a sort of chart that you can input your details and get your birth chart. It's very interesting. Alrighty, you have the world coming out here. Sorry, my deck was upside down. You have the world coming out. So the world talks about closing out a cycle. I mean, you could be lucky enough that you're taking a world holiday. Some of you may be going on a holiday. Sometimes this is about distance and having distance between things. But it is generally about coming to the end of a cycle and being able to close that out and move on to the next thing. So for some of you, it could be that you've met someone and you're ending the cycle of being single, or you've left someone and you're ending the cycle of wanting to be single, ending the cycle of marriage. Behind that is the Chariot and the Ace of Coins. So your new start is much more stable to what you've had, and you're moving forward on this very quickly. The universe is bumping you forward very quickly here. So nice, really nice, Gemini, heading on a new path. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords coming out here. Now in this deck there's no heart, and that doesn't mean you don't have a heart. What that means is the swords are not in the heart anymore, and I sort of like that because it says to me that you've done a fair bit of healing here and you're feeling better for the healing. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So some of you may have healed because you've had to walk away from a situation that wasn't serving you, something that wasn't meeting your emotional expectations. But now you're moving away from this emotional dissatisfaction to try and find satisfaction. So for some of you, you've had heartbreak. You're moving into a whole new cycle now. You're starting on a new path, walking away from that sort of what doesn't serve you and walking towards something more emotionally fulfilling. Okay, very nice. We have the Emperor here. Now the Emperor is a person who's reached the top of their game. He's the ultimate boss. He's the culmination of all four kings. He has everything he needs. He's knowledgeable, experienced. The only downside to the Emperor is because he's so clever, sometimes he can be a little controlling. It's sort of his way or the highway. And we do have a King of Pentacles here. So you could have been dealing with an earth sign, a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. Now the thing is with the King of Coins, he is the earth. He is the, top of that deck, the Pentacles deck. He is very grounded, very practical, can be a bit too focused on his money. However, he likes the comforts of the earthly comforts. Okay, and we have Temperance here. So, of course, Temperance is about bringing balance in. It's about divine timing. Things happen in a certain order. Oh, then we have the Tower. So the Tower, of course, is about breaking down old structures to rebuild. Sometimes this is about breaking down your old beliefs to bring you into a new belief system so you can rebuild the way it should be. And we talk about this all the time with like childhood trauma, learned beliefs, learned actions. Can also mean, something more tangible, I guess, such as losing a job, having to move, those sort of things as well. So it can be sort of like in terms of material stuff. Oh, we have the Nine of Cups coming in here. Very nice. Nine of Cups talks about wishes coming true. Lovely. We have the Four of Coins here, and I've seen this a couple of times today. The Four of Coins is a card of not letting go. It can be that you're holding on to your money too tightly. and you're not understanding the ebb and flow of energy and that money has to flow. Or it can be that you're holding on to beliefs that no longer serve you, which makes sense in this reading with this Tower card. Hanging on to old structures, hanging on to things that you believe that don't serve you. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Cups, because what you're doing here by hanging on to these old-fashioned beliefs, you're creating a life that is an illusion. It's not a real life, because you're believing things here about yourself that aren't true. Okay, I'll get into the last card. We have the Three of Coins here. So this is about moving forward, sometimes on a personal business or on your own business. Sometimes this is about wanting to work with someone on something. So you could want to work with this earth sign on something because you've got the wish card coming in here. Definitely moving forward into a new cycle here. It's a very different path to what you've been walking before. So your path is changing. The universe is definitely pushing you forward on these cards here and inviting you to take a different path. Now for some of you this is difficult because we do have the Three of Swords here. So some of you it's difficult walking away from something you've known well, and it could be that you're walking away from work here to go into business for yourself. I feel like you're taking on this Emperor energy here, like you really are taking control of your life. And this Chariot card here says to me that you've taken your power back here and you're moving forward. So this is about something. Now it's beautiful here because I have the Temperance card, the Nine of Cups and a Tower. And I feel like you're breaking down some belief about perhaps not being successful, because I feel like you're going to be very successful at whatever you choose to do here. You're working at something. Now for some unknown reason, somebody in the past or when you were a child or something maybe said to you that you weren't going to be successful. They've created this delusion or this idea or this illusion of yourself that's not true. So it's about you understanding that your wishes can come true here and you don't have to believe all that you were told, which is what you're living your life by. The other thing here is because it's divine timing, it's now the right time to act on something that you want here. It's like desire is here. You can let go of these past beliefs and move forward with a whole new way of thinking. Could be with an earth sign. Now, this isn't really a very loving read, and there's not a lot of cups here. So I'm thinking for some of you, this could be about work. It could be about starting up a brand new business with a partner here. But something you've always wanted to do here with this Nine of Cups, because the universe is breaking down whatever's been here for you to move forward. So it could be that you've lost a job and now you're looking at a brand new opportunity. But the Seven of Cups can also mean you have a lot of options here. So you don't want to be stuck by hanging on to things. So maybe it's sort of like, you know, in order to make money, you've got to spend money. You can't hang on to it. This whole idea of hanging on to your money is holding you back, like that type of thing. So, but you are definitely moving forward and creating something here. And there's two people involved in this creation. So either you're partnering up with someone or it is a love reading, but because there are no cups here, maybe it's very early in the relationship that you're starting to have a new start with. Woo. I'll put an oracle card on that. So it could be anything. I guess the basic meaning of this is that you're walking away from something that was not fulfilling you. It could be a job. You know, the fact that you've got the World here, you're closing out something that perhaps you've been doing in the past that is no longer serving you. And we have the card of creativity and abundance again. It's a big deck and I keep pulling out the same cards. And it says, dear one, you're being called to action. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? You're ready to accomplish great things and truly come into the fullness of who you are. It's time for great creativity, giving birth to beloved projects or becoming a parent. Follow your passions so abundance and prosperity manifest for you. So it definitely is about moving forward, starting something new, understanding you may have lots of options here, but you're breaking down this idea that maybe you can't be successful or you don't have success in front of you to understand that it is there and it's yours for the taking. So there you go, Gemini. Have a great week.